case of Terrifier 3, it's time to rank them all from my least favorite to my favorite. Welcome Cinema, where we focus on the film. I'm Josh, this is Simply Cinema. Let me know in the comments below, have you seen all of the Terrifier movies, including All Hallows Eve? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Or there's somewhere right in the middle? Make sure to like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe if you haven't already to join in the film culture community, where we talk about the love of cinema as a whole. And coming in last place, we have Terrifier 2. Now, this one, I just don't personally enjoy. Just the way they're going about all the different shenanigans. It feels like a start of a new story, what they're finally introducing us into characters that lead on to the next film in Terrifier 3, but the way that it goes about it just balances and teases so many different things where you're going on a certain character arc with Sienna or these other characters, and it doesn't fully follow through with the way they're trying to promise certain things, the way it goes about all this blood and gore, the way we're getting a great performance with Art the Clown as a creepy character, but when all of that substance is taken out of the way, we're left with very little to the ideas of the story, what we're getting out of the meat and bones, where we're just getting the flesh of the substance and the ideas that just feel unfulfilled for the nature, and it's soulless with the ideas when it doesn't necessarily get anything more than the style and visual vibes. And while I can be someone that just goes into a film, loves the vibes, this one just doesn't make the cut when it delivers on all the kills, but doesn't fulfill the substance that's really asking for it. And at number 3, we have Terrifier. Now this one is a step up just for what we're getting. We're getting Art the Clown, giving him his own movie outside of All Hallows Eve, and just being able to have him on the spotlight. I enjoyed it just for the way that it has its own nature, but at the same time, once I go back to trying to care about these characters, it's left me with a little bit less than to be desired for. And some of these characters, because they're not necessarily building up to be something more, I care about the film a little more because it's not trying to be too much. It's not trying to create complex characters, but that still is a holdout for me because you're not necessarily being able to care or try and care about what all is going on. Certain things where the kills are the main focus of the story. And while the practical effects are great as always, we're still getting the creepy performance from Art the Clown. And you're getting some more to the fleshed out of the lore of what you're getting out of the substance and the story as a whole. There still isn't just too many things you can say about the story or what you're getting out of it. So all of that substance or the lack thereof makes the story soulless and depleted for the nature of what I'm trying to receive out of it. And at number 2, we have All Hallows Eve. Now this one is a little bit of a step up just because of the style of the film, the aesthetic to the technical statements it has to be told. Art the Clown isn't the main focus, but he is a primary aspect to the film that makes it work, but at the same time, it's the style of how it's edited, being this babysitter watching over these kids, and having these short movies go on, play on the VHS. It's a little weird, but I also appreciate it for the unique style it takes on. It's not necessarily anything that's spectacular, but each of the individual stories can have a little bit to them, even though you're not necessarily caring about the characters all too much, but where it ends up with the film, at the end of the film, tying in the bow in a full package, just making it something that I did not expect, especially with that surprise ending, just what they do with the kids, how they manage to take this town and wrap it into this anthology. Just makes it something that I wasn't expected, haven't really seen before, and so while it's not necessarily something that really satisfies something I want out of the substance, it does deliver on a unique style and aesthetic to the film as a whole, leaving at number 1, Terrifier 3. Now this was a pleasant surprise, just being able to enjoy it that much more over the other ones. Now while it still does have a few flaws, there's certain aspects where I don't fall in love with the character, especially being this far into the series. I still do enjoy just the flow of the story that much better. I feel the structure is more sound. You're getting a lot more to the lore, to the narrative, to the build up of these characters, and just the way they build that up, establish everything, and continue on with characters we got in Terrifier 3. It just manages to hook me in and have some of the better scenes, some of the better kills, and now I actually care about the kills a bit better because of the characters. And while there's some characters that aren't necessarily something that you're trying to build up and interlink their lives with Sienna, with Jonathan, it still manages to hook me because of the comedy, certain bits of humor, certain meta nature where this character is talking to this other character about what it would be like to see Art the Clown, and he's just standing right in the next room. And so that brings a little bit of the meta nature comedy that works with me, and being able to have a great scene such as the bar sequence where Art the Clown is finally about to suit up as Santa Claus. The way they pull off that comedy had me actually laughing in theaters, being able to enjoy the nature of what this style is bringing out. So I feel Damien Leone as a director not only is becoming better as a filmmaker and being able to direct the actors better, being able to really get the camera flowing in a better narrative with better editing to the nature of what the story is asking, but being able to hook me with some characters that I'm really starting to get on the ball for, not expecting too much of a masterclass writing or anything that's spectacular with the nature of the flow. But it still manages to win me over by the end of the day, by the flow, by the aesthetic that hits the best with Terrifier 3. So that's just my personal ranking of the Terrifier movies from my least favorite to my favorite. Let me know down in the comments below how you would rank the Terrifier franchise from your least favorite to your favorite. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already to join in the film culture community where we talk about the love of cinema as a whole. So that's just all, and make sure to do yourself a favor and go watch a movie.